Hi everyone. This is the third in a series of 3 videos to show you how to use Google Forms and Google Sites to create an escape game for your students. So in the previous 2 videos I outlined how to come up with some ideas for clues and locks. The second video shows you how to take that and put it into a locked Google form, because that's where they'll be entering their information to as if they were solving the locks, entering the combination for locks. So that was the second video. Now this video is going to take all of that and put it together into a website that students can access later on when they go to play the game. So I have pulled up my game plan, and you can see I added to it some information that I'm going to put on the website. And that's helpful information because you need to know what you're going to put on there before you actually go into the site. So you need your game plan, an idea of what you're doing. You need to have your form made, and that's what we did in the second video. And then you need to have made anything else you're going to put onto the website. In my case, I decided to go with a Powtoon that will have arrows coming up, and so I uploaded that to YouTube. Powtoon makes that really easy, by the way. It will walk you through that process, so that's pretty easy. And so now we'll get into actually starting to make the site. So if you go to the waffle here after you're signed into Google, Google Sites is right down here. Click it. It may take you to their classic sites. We're going to use the new Google Sites because it's very user-friendly for people who are just beginning to make websites, and it will work just fine for what we're doing today. So we're going to use the more user-friendly version. You can see I've already created some sites, and I'm going to just make a new one now. So that's the little plus arrow down here. It says create new site. And this is our website building page that comes up. So you can see your page title goes here. So I'm creating this science escape game tutorial for y'all today. I want to change the image. Okay, I can do that here. I can upload an image of my own, or I can select an image. So if you go here, there's several images that you can use. You can pull them from your Google Drive, you can upload them, you can search for them on Google. So I'm just going to type in science and see what happens here. Okay. So you can see these are ones that you can use on your website. So I'm just going to grab, let me just grab this one. And you can see it saying adjusting for readability. It will automatically format your picture and your titles to make it easy to read for the screen. You can change where you have a title only, a banner, or then even if you want more of your picture to show, you can have a large banner. Keep in mind that they'll have to scroll down more if you use that, but it will show more of your picture. Okay, so I have my title. I'm going to click up here and I'm going to give my website a title. I'm using the same title as I did before. So now over here on the right, you'll see the area where you can pull in things and insert it into your website. So the first thing I'm going to insert is a text box because I want to put the story there. So the story is kind of like your driving question or driving idea for your game. and I've written it in my game plan. So I'm going to copy this over. And it pulled the bullet point, and I didn't want that, so I deleted it. So I'm going to change, I want this bigger, so I'm going to change how it looks. So you can put it as title. That's really probably too large, so I'm going to change it to heading. Okay. And then I'm going to put in the rest of my information. Again, copying it from my game plan. You can also just type it in here if you want, rather than copying it. But I've found that sometimes it's easier for me to just plan that out when I'm planning the game. You can also see it pretty much copies my formatting. Okay, so that's text box. You can see it's pretty simple. If you want to change the size of your text box, you can do that, and it will adjust the height accordingly. So I'm just going to keep it simple today. So I have my text box, I have my story. My first clue is actually right here. Those are element symbols, and that will lead them to the atomic numbers. So I need my Powtoon next. So this one, the nice thing is it's got links directly to YouTube. So my is right here. I pulled it up already just to save time. So you can see it starting to run there, and you can see it's got the arrows in there. So I copied that link, and I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to put it in there, and you see it pulls it up. So I'm going to select it, and there it is. It makes it so simple to insert YouTube videos. I want to make this a little bit bigger. So that they can see it and read it pretty easily. So you see how easy it is to adjust the size of these boxes. And now I'm going to insert my form that I made in the earlier video. So I'm going to select from Drive because it's a Google form and it's in my Google Drive. You can see I've got a ton of things in my Google Drive, so I'm going to search it. So I titled it the same thing. And there it is. So all I did was double click on it and inserted it. Now you can see I need to adjust it. So I'm going to extend it. It will give everybody a bar as when they see it, but I want them to see enough of it on the very first part as they open the slide, the website so that they know that it's there. You could also write a description that says please scroll down to see the rest of the form. Either way. So that's how I inserted the form. Now I'm going to show you how to insert an image. So you can search by URL, Google search. You can upload from your computer. You can see I already have some in there. You can upload from your Google Drive. So what I'm actually looking for was not uploaded yet, so I'm going to show you how to do that. That's this little button right over here, upload. So I'm going to go to pictures. I'm looking for my chemistry cat picture. There he is. And there, just as simple, it pasted it right there. Now I don't want this to stay there. I want this beside my form. So I'm going to drag it right there. And now it's right beside the form. But again, I want it a little bigger. And I want to make sure that this circled B shows up. And I think they can see that now. Okay. So I've got one more. Actually, that's it. I've got my 3. This one is for the 5-digit number lock. I've got my direction lock for the Powtoon. I've got the picture for my 5-letter word lock. And I could go on and add more just as distractions, or if you have more different kinds of locks. But you can see it's really straightforward to add things to your website. You can add pages, which would be a second page in the website. I can show you one of mine that I've created that has that actually. I can go here, I'll go to sites and show you a website that, not that I made as a game, but this is for a conference that we had at our school district where we had teachers and outside speakers come in. And so I just, instead of making a paper agenda, I made the website. So I can show you what that looks like for people who are actually looking at it. You can see I've got the first page here with general information. And then I have a second page. So even though we're using this to create games here, what I'm used it for in this case, for this one that you're seeing now, I made a virtual agenda for our conference. And you can see you can do lots and lots of really cool things. You can insert GIFs like the Ignite the Spark. I used an online tool to create that and inserted it as a GIF. And it worked pretty well. So it was very user friendly. You can see how you can have different pages. You can also navigate from up here and go between the pages. So very, very user friendly materials that Google has that we can use in education. So if you have any specific questions, please feel free to contact me. Thanks.